The 6 consultants you need for a large renovation. Surveyor. A land surveyor will use what's called a theodolite to essentially map out your house. They'll create a survey plan showing the house location, setbacks from boundaries, size of the block, topography, and give an RL, which is essentially a floor height of the current house. This survey plan is critical to telling the designer or draftsman where the house is located and, more importantly, the RL or levels of the house. The designer then uses these plans to create their own plans. Geotech engineer. A geotech engineer will come out to the site and drill some holes in the ground to complete a soil test. Essentially, they will give the soil a classification. This classification relates to how reactive the soil is, basically how much the soil is likely to move. This classification then helps the structural engineer design the footings, be it on a concrete slab or stumps. It helps them establish what size and depth these footings need to be to counteract the reactivity of the soil. Designer, architect, draftsman. These guys will essentially design your home. A designer and architect will help with drawing plans and dealing with council and planning permits if need be. A draftsman, on the other hand, will simply draw up your plans if you have an idea of the design. They may or may not be able to help with planning permits and so on. Structural engineer. They'll design the structural parts of your renovation. The slab or footing system, any structural steel, and any structural beams required. Building surveyor. These guys issue building permits and carry out inspections at certain stages of the build to ensure everything is built to code. They sign off on the build to say it has been built to Australian standards, as per the structural specifications and so forth. Renovation coach or mentor. Why go through this whole massive process alone? A renovation coach like myself will help you every step of the way during the entire process, from early planning phases, telling you who you need to hire and when, to the actual renovation, and helping you keep your builder and other consultants accountable. They'll empower you to become the project manager you need to be to ensure your renovation is completed on time and on budget, being there every step of the way to help you plan and manage your renovation, help get and compare quotes, hold your builder and trades accountable, drive the project to completion, and look ahead to the next 4 to 6 weeks to ensure delays on site are limited.